stitch. Well, hello there, my kings, queens, and everybody in between. My name is Ashley, aka a Yarn Stitch. Oh, thank you. And welcome to my Flosstube channel, where I discuss my cross stitch and anything that decides to compute inside my head and fall out of my mouth. Yay! If you're a new viewer, welcome. Please come on in, sit down, grab a drink, please use a coaster. If you are a returning viewer, the Flosstube Familam, the Nerd Herds with the Geek Chic, welcome back. Thanks for coming. It's been a while. It's quite a while, actually. Nearly a year. I know some of you are really going to want an explanation as to why it's been this long. But there's something else first. Over the past year, I have been working on mainly gifts, because I'd like to give people gifts. Apparently I don't like to gift you with my time on YouTube to let you know what's going on, but you know, it's creating dramatic tension, you know. It's one little of a dramatic pause, but yeah. But before we waffle, yeah, the first piece that I'm going to show is a gift for my friend Charlotte. It is called Goist. It has been done by notes. The pattern is by Sacred Thread Design on Etsy. It's been stitched on a 14 count Ada, white, because yeah, basic stitch. Try and do less arms. It's been a while. Yes, so I'm doing this for my friend Charlotte. It's called Goist. When it is finished, it will look like so. Isn't she pretty? A little bit rude. Apparently that's how they speak in England. I wouldn't know. This is what it looked like last time that you saw it. And this, my lovelies, is what it looks like now. Now, as you can see, I've just continued going around the wreath. It's literally, I've just carried on and carried on and carried on and gone round as much as I could with it. Well, not as much as I could. If I could done as much as I could, it would be finished, but it's not. So this is what it currently looks like. Last time you saw it, it was on 2,967 stitches out of a 7,328, which, as we all know, is 40.49%, because they're all maths geniuses. Yeah. But this, currently right here that you're looking at and staring at, that is gorge, is 5,480 stitches, which makes it 74.78%, which is quite a difference. You know, there's some work gone in there. I'd have had to, where is it? Oh, that's the thread, the needle coming through that I did not see there. I had to fudge a little bit around here, not that anyone can see, not that you're gonna see, but yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna, you know, continue on that as and when I can. Okay, let's goist. Let's keep goisting. The next gift that I've been working on is the Celtic Wheel by Joan Elliott, which is from her Bewitching Cross Stitch book, which looks like this. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's lovely. Came from there. My sister actually got me that book for Christmas a couple of years ago. Thanks, Abe. Cheers. The piece itself is being stitched on yellow beige 14 count Ada from KCS Craft, which is on the internet somewhere. You'll find them if you put in KCS Craft, I assume. Yeah. What it will look like when it's finished is this beautiful thing there, isn't she though? The last time that you saw it, it looked like this, and actually working on it today, I just realised I didn't put anything up behind the other one, but yeah, this is what it looks like now. So as you can see from there, I continued on with all of the gold outlining of the pattern, just to, you know, crash on through and get it done, because I wanted to get it done. It kind of hit spring and I was like, do you know what? I need to do some of this, I really do. So, as I say, yeah, I just continued on with that bit there. and a little bit extra. Guys, no. Started in on some of the blue down the middle as well. There. But yeah, this is a piece I'm doing for my friend Raven. If you're watching, Raven, I'm hoping you would have just just kind of known to stop watching. Not that you would. But yeah, that's what that one looks like. I don't really have a percentage on this because obviously it's come from a book pattern, but let's just guesstimate about 50%, probably a little bit less. Yeah, so we've gone with that one. We like that. The next piece I'm going to discuss is it's not a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift for me. It's the Contemporary Cross, Dragon Bones Underwater. Contemporary Cross is Paula, Dragon Bones Underwater artwork done by Stefan Coydle. This is what it will look like when it's finished, which, as you can tell, is beautiful. When you saw it last, it looked like this. And when you saw it last, it was at 20,047 stitches, which is 7.75%. And now it looks like this. I would have pulled it out the Q snap, but it's a bugger to get back in, so I'm not going to do that. So I've worked down this end, the 270 odd stitches that I did. Yep, we're now at 20,325, which is 7.86%. And those 270 odd stitches were all 3808 that were in this area over here, probably down here as well. Yeah, it's just something to stitch on for myself during all of the gifts that I was stitching on for other people. But, you know, treat yourself, stitch for yourself. So I did. The next piece I'm going to show is, surprisingly again, a gift. But it's a gift that came about unexpectedly, so a bit of backstory. I crossed my legs for you, not that you need to know that. Anyway, a little bit of backstory. Some of you may know I turned the big 40 last year, which we're dealing, it's fine, it's okay, we're cool, we're fine, it's fine. However, other than my other half giving me the gift of himself for the rest of my life, he took us both away back to my homeland, which is Wales. Not that I was born there, but that's kind of where my family comes from. You know, the land of druids and witches and dragons, you know. Makes my stitchy choices quite obvious now, doesn't it? Anyway, we went away to what was basically a meditation retreat in the middle of nowhere. And while I say talking, waffling right now, I'm going to put some pictures over the top of what it looked like. Like I say, it was just in the middle of the countryside, the middle of nowhere. This guy made this place with his own two hands. It's all wooden, and as you can see in these pictures that are flying past, I'm not going to pretend I know what materials were used, but they're very basic materials used to make this. And yeah, it was just somewhere nice to get away, be surrounded by trees and wildlife. And don't get me wrong, we did venture out and stuff, but I mean, it did what it said on the tin. It was a meditation retreat. We didn't go there for the meditation. It was just calming to be there, and we just had the best time. Came away feeling so good, didn't want to leave, which, I mean, surprisingly, but while we were there, obviously I took a few photos, and when I got back, obviously we paid to go, you know, it wasn't like we went for free, but I wanted to do something a bit more for the people that had allowed us to stay in this wonderful place. So as we're all aware, I can stitch something. So one of the pictures that I had taken, not one of the ones that you've seen, sorry for the ovens, but had something in it. So I took this photo, and it was of a stone that had a little thing on the side that it may be a mantra, it may be the name of the place, I'm not sure, but the phrase is Haritatara. Now, the picture that I'm putting up right now is what it will look like when it's done. It's mainly the writing and the flower. I am trying to ignore the background. A, so it's done quicker, and B, just because, no, I don't want to do the background. But this is where we've got to. Has been taken out the hoop very recently, could you guess? But this is where we've got to. It's something that, yeah, I just, as you can see from inside there, from a couple of the pictures, this is the kind of thing they've got in there, and I really think they would appreciate it. So, like I say, in his own Ashley way, Ashley is providing this as his sign of appreciation. But this, yeah, this is where we've got to. This is on, it's 18 count, but I don't actually know what the fabric is because my cousin just gave it to me because she's amazing. Thanks, Anne. But yeah, so I've used that. It's kind of like a stony grey green colour. Helpful. But yeah, where have we got to with it? Currently, I know I'm not going to do the background, but just because of what it says on Pattern Keeper, there are 15,150 stitches in total on the picture. I've done 1,225, which is obviously 8.09%. But yes, this is Harita Tara. I thank you for the lovely, lovely space that we had to just chill and just literally relax. I mean, there couldn't even connect to the Wi-Fi. Well, you could if you went to the other end of the garden, which was like a 5-minute walk, and did this and stood on one leg and prayed to the, you know, gods of mobile. Yeah, it was very, very hard in the middle of nowhere, but also very appreciated. Just disconnect from civilization and reality. Oh, also, little side note, while we were there, they had a CD player because why would you not? And they had a few CDs and stuff, and I found a lovely little kind of Celtic folk band called Caper Cayley, which the album that I listened to, I'll throw up here. It was just a nice, in the background, stitch for someone who likes to be in nature, surrounded by that kind of thing. The music really did, what's the word I want to use? Compliment it. And now I finished complimenting it, I'll move on. Right, shall we? And this leads me on into my final piece that I'm going to show you, and kind of will lead into the explanation of my absence from the interwebs. Now, this piece relates to the last piece because when we were in Wales, this is where I started this piece. The piece itself was actually given to me by a friend for my birthday as a kit. Now, having looked into this kit, I am aware it was probably co-opted by a different company. Originally, from what I can tell, the piece itself is Northern Lights. Now, I think this is not Heaven and Earth, a Dimensions kit, but it's being co-opted by one of those other companies, which my friend obviously bought not knowing and just thought, oh, I'd like this, so he's bought it for me. As soon as I saw this kit, I knew it was going to be a gift for somebody, and I knew exactly who that person was. So, without any further ado, hi guys and girls, it's Editing Ashley here with a little bit of further ado. I realised whilst editing this that I've actually been taking photos of this piece over different periods, so I'm going to throw in a little slideshow of as it's got to where it's got, so there's kind of a little bit more that you can see of the process. Okay, bye! Now, there is quite a lot obviously finished on there, as you can see, there's rather a lot. This behind the explanation of why I've been away is that because I wanted this done straight away, I became a monogamous stitcher and this was the only thing that I stitched on. starting, like I say, from May the 24th, 2024. This is all I stitched on for a very, very long time because, like I said, I just wanted to get it done. As you can see, the only thing really left is there's the confetti within the trees behind the house, and I've left the house until the end because I know I really, really, really want to do it. And yeah, so just again, I'm going to quickly put this down while I explain. So, as I say, I became a monogamous stitcher because I just wanted it done. I thought, you know what, it'll be fine, I'll do it, I'll get it out of the way, it'll be fine. As we all think when we see a picture, we always think it's going to take us half the time, but it takes us a bit longer, doesn't it? So I became a monogamous stitcher with it as of May. It was the only thing I stitched on. Now, further explanation, in October, I got a new job, which, for anyone watching previously, oh my God, thankfully, finally, and just, I won't go into it very, very much at all, but I'm now somewhere that I'm really enjoying working. I really, really, I appreciate, not that this should be the only reason, I appreciate getting my dues for what I've done. I appreciate being respected. I just really appreciate the job I've got, and it's been lovely. However, doing that in October, as you do when you start a new job, you like to put a little bit more effort in, and kind of became a little bit of one of those people that just tunnel vision, and it was my job. And from October basically until New Year's, Christmas, New Year's when I was off, I didn't really even stitch at all. My job became my life. That was it. I had to do it. You know, it's money coming in. You know, I'm still within a probationary period and all that. Well, not anymore. I actually passed it a couple of weeks ago. Yay! Thank y'all. Oh. But yeah. So yeah, kind of the last few months of the year, I did no stitching whatsoever. Then I said to myself, as soon as it hits New Year, you just jump straight back on this. So I did, and 2 days in, I was bored as sin. And I could feel my boredom increasing as my want to stitch decreased. So after about 3 days, I put it down and thought, you know what, I'll pick it up the next day. And I didn't. And I could see what was going to happen, which is why then I decided to no longer be monogamous. I was going to become, I would say polygamous, but, well, but polystichimous. Sounds like a species of waffling. So what I decided was I need to start something, and this idea of the gift for the guys that when we were in Wales was always sat in the back of my head as something to do once I carried on. So I decided to try it up, and then obviously I jumped in and started doing this one. Then in doing that, I felt the urge to jump back into this. So I did, and then as I was carrying on, basically, as you can probably see, a lot of the background, like as much as there are many different colours in there, but all those trees and stuff are the same 6 colours over and over and over and over again, with the inclusion of one of my most hated colours on all of this Stitchy planet, which is white. I cannot stand doing white on white, especially when I've got to sit there and work out, but that's just me moaning and complaining. We don't need to hear that. Yeah, so I could feel it going. So then at that point, I allowed myself to start picking up other things again, which is why I picked up gifts. I knew at least that way I was doing something for other people, and it felt like I was, you know, being productive. But yeah, I this piece, just I say the stats, it's 14 count with the kit stuff that came with it. I can't tell you what percentage I am through it because I would not be able to guess. Well, let's say 90, and then the back stitch. I've also got to work out how to do French knots as well. If anyone's got any tips or little videos or anything, please feel free to put them in the comments because I really appreciate them. I'm the kind of person that only does French knots when they're not wanting to, just because it happens. And the thread just bunches up. But that's where I got to. This is, I say, this is Northern Lights for my Auntie Jill. Hoping to have this done ASAP. ASAP. I really, really want it done straight away. But yeah, that's that and where we got with it. And yeah, let's move on. So that's the end of the stitching. If that's what you turned up for, you're welcome. Hopefully see you again soon. Not as long as it took last time, but soon. If you're here for me to carry on and continue into my waffly chaos of what's been going on with me, feel free to stick around. So what's been going on with me since you saw me last? As I said, got a new job, which, I mean, it was luck of the draw really. I was very, very lucky at the time. I'd just taken voluntary redundancy from my job, and someone that I used to work with there said, "Hey, you looking for a job?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, "Do you want to come work for me?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I went to work for them, which, not that it matters, more money and actually being respected by the people that are above you does wonders for your mental health. But that's neither here nor there. I've got a new job. I'm really enjoying it. For people that know me, I'm obviously a certain kind of person. Right? I work in construction training. Are you shocked? I don't know. I just feel butchered by the second. Why would we even attempt this? Shush. Right. Anyway, so yeah, got a new job. That was cool. That really, really helped. What else has been going on with me? I mean, as I kind of explained, that's all that's really been going on with me. I've had a new job that I've just been focusing on. I passed my probation a couple of weeks ago after the 6 months, and now I am way on in there, and it's going to be harder to get rid of me. But from what I can tell, they like me there, and they like the job that I'm doing, so fingers crossed, see how the future goes with it. Coming up is my 41st birthday, because my 40th, it was a good day, guys, I'm not going to lie. I told myself I was going to be the grown-up 40-year-old that I should be. I was like, no, you're not going to start drinking, and if you are, you're going to wait till late in the evening, so then you're not like flat out, because, guys, I cannot handle my drinks. So hit 3 o'clock, I opened up a bottle, and I'm sure there was a party. There was definitely dancing. Definitely alcohol. Definitely me. Other people may have been there. Yeah. Oh. Grown a ponytail. Slightly. Kind of, you know. Ariana Grande. Shall we? Shall she? This is waffle now. So yeah, what else is happening or coming up? Just been working, family, seeing people where I can. This year, obviously last year was my 40th, as I've mentioned many times now. But in July, me and my other half will have been together for 20 years. Where is the time gone? Honestly, where is the time gone? I've had an idea for him, which I've put into motion, which once I've got a more secure ideal way of showing it to you guys, because he's aware I've got him something, and if you're watching this, Mark, I would say turn away now, but I'm not actually going to explain what it is. So I've got an idea, and once it's got to the point of when I've given it to him, which will probably be in July, yeah, because that's when our anniversary is, I will share it with you guys. It was just an idea that I had that it just came fully formed. I was like, yeah, I need to do that. And that doesn't happen very often, as you're aware from anyone who's watched previously. If I can get away with a voucher, I will. But 20 years worth of love, no matter how big the Amazon voucher is, well, no. No matter how big the voucher is, this is not going to be good enough. And like I say, I had a good idea and I'm running with it. So, there's that coming. Birthday's coming up, as is my other halves. And the sun came out. It's been quite nice. Well, it's a bit of a cloudy day today, but sun's been out for a bit recently, and that's been quite nice as well. Effect on the mental health as well. Been lovely to go out in shorts. I understand it's Britain, so I mean, even sometimes when it was cold, it was just stubborn enough to be like, no, it's spring. I'll put my shorts on. Gorge. Yeah. That's kind of what's been going on with me. What other notes we got? Okay, so very, very quickly, and then we'll kind of wrap up. Let's quickly throw you through what I've been reading, listening to, watching and stuff as well. Reading wise, audiobooks has been the main way forward for myself. Last time I spoke to you, I don't know if I'd said that I'd started this set, but the Witch and Wizard set by James Patterson, sometimes Gabrielle Charbonnet, Ned Rust, there are other people, but I can't remember them right now. But they start off with Witch and Wizard, it's then The Gift, The Fire and The Kiss. I've done those 4, there is The Lost left, but the rest I got free on like Audible and Spotify, and I've got to pay for the last one, but it's fine, it's cool. I mean, it's teen fiction, if I'm honest. I just really enjoy that. And it's magic, why would I not? So, I'll probably leave off that one until another point. I'm now back into my 3 worlds cycle, whereas I finished the Way Between the Worlds, which was the last book of the first set, A View from a Mirror. I'm now in the Well of Echoes, Ian Irvine. Geomancer, which is set some years later, different set of people. Just nice to be back in the world, really. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I do want to start properly reading again, which I'm probably going to do with my Age of Misrule stuff by Mark Chadbourne. I have done... what is it? World's End. World's End. I'm staring at my notes and I can't even see because I've scribbled near the end. Yeah, I've done At World's End, and next will be The Darkest Hour. It says Dance How, so clearly it's The Darkest Hour. I can't even read my own writing now. Which I'm hoping to go into. Those ones are the ones that are set kind of in England with like Fae, Tir na Nog, Fomorian style background of mythology, folklore wrapped into them, and they're a bit more adult as well than the usual teen stuff that I read. Not saying like there's naughty things. I mean, there is in parts of them, but we're grown people now, so we can deal with that and not snigger and laugh at it. It's fine. Yeah, that's what I've been reading. Music-wise, now, Lady Gaga released a new album in March, which, mayhem. Yay! Now, Die With A Smile had come out, yeah, it was okay. Disease came out, weren't too enamoured. Abracadabra, Gaga, Unana, Ramama, Papa. It's an amazing song, I love it, it's great. Proper return to form. So when the album came out, I could not wait. Unfortunately, don't get me wrong, I'm a little monster, pause up. But I was not impressed, unfortunately. I'm hoping, like, it's just the thing of, I need to listen to it a bit more. I know with Gaga it can sometimes be a full experience. You'll need to see the video and everything else to see what she means. But yeah, currently it's got Abracadabra holding it up for me. So that happened last year. What else? Kylie released a few good songs. Oh My, Oh My. I think Padam was out last time when I spoke to you guys. Yeah, it's got to have been. And Edge of a Saturday Night with, I mean, it's the Lady Madonna, which, oh my god, just felt like my younger clubbing days. That song is so cool. But one of the top songs, obviously, as most people know, is Apatapa, but we're not going to sing it because I don't want to get copyright struck, and it's not me. But yeah, APT by Rose and Bruno Mars was one of the songs of last year for me. It was amazing. Again, I like stuff that evoke nostalgia feelings from me, and that just felt like pop of yesteryear. It was brilliant. I loved it. So that's what I've been listening to. TV and film-wise, the most important television on at the moment for myself and maybe a couple of people watching, Drag Race Season 17 finale is tomorrow. Are you Team Jules, Team Lexi, Team Anya, Team Sam? Personally, I want to see Jules take it. Don't know if she's going to, but we'll see. You know, don't get me wrong. I think they've all done very, very well to get there. I would like to have seen Susie there, but hey ho, it's fine. Susie's won in so many different ways. What else happened? I am currently halfway through watching season 2 of Carnival Row with my other half. It's picking up. It's picking up. I'm struggling to see where the story's going, but okay. What else we got? Twilight of the Gods. I'm watching with my friend. We're doing one every now and again. That's good animation, not for children. I would say definitely not for children. Very very good. Kind of the using Norse mythology as the background there. Wasn't going to, but as everyone else was doing it, I'm rather a sheep. I watched Adolescence on Netflix. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Some of the best on the edge of your seat tension. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. That I've ever watched in a long, long time. And the casting was amazing. Everything about it was just, it was eerie, it was evocative, it was just, it got its point across too. If you watched it, you know what I mean. It got the point across. But if anyone hasn't watched it yet, I don't want to spoil it, because I do feel like most people should experience this for themselves without any spoiler if you can. And yeah, just the way it showed itself was amazing. I thought it was brilliant. Moving on, I'm catching up with Invincible. I'm into season 3, watching that. But the biggest thing that I've just remembered that I didn't even put down on my notes, Daredevil is back. Daredevil Born Again. What the Fisk is going on? So happy to have everyone back. If anyone's watched it, please message in the comments or message me on Instagram, Yas_Stitch, to discuss this. What? Don't get me wrong, I was a little bit annoyed when it came back because certain things happened and I wasn't happy about it and all that. Every episode has just got better and better and better, and they've already started into season 2. But Charlie Cox, Vincent D'Onofrio, Deborah Ann Woll, John Bernthal, even Wilson Bethel. Amazing, amazing cast. Just, go watch it. Just go watch it. I mean, yeah, just go watch it. It's amazing. And that's kind of that for all the media that I've consumed. If you've got any suggestions for me, yeah, that'd be great. I'd enjoy some of that. Oh yeah, before I forget, over Christmas, I watched a Christmas film that I can't remember the name of, but it was really, really, really good. It was animated. It was on Netflix, I believe. Me and my friend Dan watched it together. Klaus, I think it was called. It's kind of like a play on the whole Santa Claus origin myth, which it was brilliant. And don't get me wrong, it made me tear up at the end, as it's supposed to. It's a beautiful Christmas film. But yeah, just letting you guys all know that in April. Yays. Right, next. So I'd like to finish off with some mentions and shout outs, really. I say mentions. When it came to Flosstube, I haven't really been watching a lot. I mean, I've kept up with my usuals, my regulars, my Crafty Emily, my Andrew the Runner Stitcher, Frizzy Lizzie, and I know what your name is. I can see your face in front of me, and I don't want to look down at my notes because I know that I watch every week, but I'm going to have to look down at my notes. Kayla and Lauren. Okay, so it's been a while as well for them since their last one, but it's nice to see them as well, like I say. Oh, and Darcy as well. I keep up with Darcy. But also on top, I do just want to state that it's been nice to see the influx of males that have been turning up. I mean, I am partial to a man, but when I first started Flosstube, there weren't that many of them about. I mean, not like I'm some kind of massive veteran of Flosstube. I mean, there's people that have been going on for years, but to see people like Sheldon in Stitches, Jason Stitches, Stuart in Stitches, and like I say, just the influx that have been coming up over the past few months, it really, really has been inspiring. And like I say, in this predominantly female part of the internet, it's just been nice to see a lot more men coming up, and it's, yeah, kind of also another one of the reasons to kind of feel, well, kicked up the bum to come back as well, you know. Brothers are stitching it for themselves. That should have been a bit more musical, but let's not move on. Also, yeah, Amanda Alba Stitcher, she put a video up recently. It's been lovely to see her as well because she's been away for a while. But yeah, I say if there are any suggestions from people, I'm currently at the point of I'm watching a lot of whip parades at the moment, because now I'm back into it. I'm probably trying to throw myself back in. I want to, like I say, find some more people. So if you've got any suggestions of people, please feel free to put them in the comments. I will obviously list out these Flosstubers in the comments as well. Lauren from Flossabilities, I knew there was someone else. Yeah, that's my mentionly shout-outs. Finally, but by no means lastly, but no means leastly, there are a couple of people that I want to mention for a separate reason. Over the past year, obviously, I've not been around, and obviously I've been posting up on Instagram, _stitch, but very, very rarely. I've not really been involved. The past year, on top of other stuff that's obviously been going on, well, the stuff that I've told you about that's been going on, there has been other stuff going on, which, I mean, just included with the way that the world has been over the past few months to a year, we're not going to go down that road. But I do want to mention a couple of people. These two people, Danielle, who is Cardiff Stitcher, who recently checked in on me and just wanted to make sure I was okay, and she's one of my first kind of Flosstube people. I know Megan had mentioned me previously over the past one of her past videos as well, Stitching Moon, and just I say there's been mentions and like people checking up on me to make sure I'm okay. I want to say thank you to Danielle, but there's also a lady who I don't believe has a Flosstube, but who over the past year, with their little memes on Instagram and the likes and the little mini passing conversations we've had, have really kind of kept a smile on my face. And that person is Jane McTavish, known as Calamity Jane McTavish on Instagram. She just, like I say, the amount of times I just, like, when we all do it, we sit there doom scrolling, and social media, as we're aware, has become a very different beast over the past year. And to see lights like people like Jane, who, like I say, put these things up. She's just doing it for herself to show up, but it was really affecting the way that I was feeling. It was nice to have that little ray of light. I mean, don't get me wrong, not everything's great and amazing and all that, but the people that can find the light, that, you know, can find the silver linings, and just, yeah, Jane was someone who kept me smiling over the past year, which it's been needed, if I'm honest. But yeah, so I just wanted to say specifically to Jane, to Danielle, and to anyone else that reached out to ask how I was. Just, I am okay. I've just had life, you know, it happens. But yeah, that's kind of it really. Plans, as I said, focus on my Northern Lights, Aurora Borealis for my aunt, and hopefully get that done soon as. Probably jump in another couple of bits and bobs. I have also, guys, third time's a charm. I've got the fabric and I've got it myself because I'm going to do it for the third time's a charm. My Heaven and Earth, Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I bought it all again. Not all of the threads and all that, just the bits that start me off, because once I finish this, I am going to jump in on that. Like I say, finish off on some of the other gifts. There is a gift that was, well, a couple of gifts that were missing. One which was the Between Two Pines, which I'm turning into Between Two Trees, which I'm doing for my friend. I haven't had any stitching on that at all. Also, the Harry Potter crest I was doing for my niece. Long story short, as anyone who's probably seen how Harry Potter's creator has been kind of viewed, I've been speaking to my niece and we've just both decided that I'll do her something else. It'll probably be something out of an Emma Congdon book, probably Emma Congdon's Cross Stitch for the Heart. There's some bits in there I think that maybe I'll do for her, or maybe even something for Cross Stitch for the Earth. I just dropped a phone, never mind. So, yeah, there's that and there's that. Well, yeah, I hope everyone's been well and keeping themselves happy, healthy and stitchy. Yeah, I will hopefully be back. I say I'm not going to make any promises, but I would like to be back, you know, before the end of next month. But we'll just see how stuff goes. Like I say, the focus of just the one piece, like I say, I like to have stuff to show you guys, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I am okay. I'm here, I'm queer, you're probably used to it by now. But yeah, I want everyone to take care, and I will see you all at some point very soon in the future. Oh, and like and comment and subscribe, because people say that. But yeah, love you all lots, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.